Hey, this is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. Today we're going to look at something that was just released here about, maybe an hour ago, somewhere in that ballpark here. Denon DJ has just released two new controllers here in their Prime series. They now have the whole Prime family of DJ controllers, and they're going to have this at NAMM here this week for the first time. But I wanted to give you guys a look from a wedding DJ perspective. MJ is going to do a much more in-depth video on all of the different little features and such and do some compare and contrast as MJ does because he is a savant in this area. Not me, but I'm going to talk to you guys about, is it wedding DJ specific, or is it something that for wedding DJs, this is pretty cool. And this could be something that a lot of us are going to want to check out. So that's what we're going to jump into with today's show. And it's just going to be a quick little show here going through some of the things from a wedding DJ's perspective of what you should be looking at. Now, the new controllers that were introduced, they introduced the DJ Prime, the PrimeGo, which is what you're looking at right here. I'm going to get to that screen. And then the Prime 2. And we're just, again, focusing on the Go. There's some similarities between the two and such, but I want to focus what wedding DJs need to know. So first off, you're going to notice that it is a smaller form factor than the Prime 4, which is what was released last year. This is a 2-channel mixer. Now, it will handle 2 different channels of music, plus you can bring in a third source with your music. So you could be, if you had a backup for your iPhone or something to that effect, you can plug that in through an auxiliary jack. On the front here, yeah, you can see my mouse. I'm going to actually, can I zoom in one click? What will that do? Ooh, okay, I think that'll work. And then I can move. Yeah, nice. We're going to zoom in one more click. Sorry, this is what when you're trying to do something and really get it out there quickly, this is what we have to do. First off, let's talk about microphones. There's actually 2 mic jacks, and we'll look at those in just a second. But up here in the right corner, you see that there's a mic 1 and a mic 2, and we can be able to control the booth in the master level in this corner. Now, this particular board, you have your mic gains and such, and I don't believe. Let me just take you. I'm going to take you back. We're going to look at the front here. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're looking at the front right here. There isn't any EQ on those microphones from what I'm seeing. Now, this could be different. I'm not sure, but it doesn't look like there's any EQ capability. One thing you're seeing right here is a little slot for an SD card. We'll get back to that. Just remember that exists. That is kind of a cool feature here that we're going to be talking about. Oh, there we go. I want to get back to this one. So we have the ability to control the two microphones, and we have the on switches here, so we can set the gain where we want it to be on a microphone and shut them off. Those 2 microphones are both, I believe, XLR inputs on this one. Let's pop over to that picture. Right here, we are in the front of it. Check this out. We've got XLR in and out for our microphones. So I can run a XLR corded wired microphone. I can run my wireless microphones, but these are the combo jacks. I can use the quarter-inch jack or the XLR. So that's pretty cool. Over here on the side, we've got the linking for controlling some lighting. If we wanted to go with that, we can put in a USB 2 thumb drive right here, or you can hook into a different USB drive right there. By the way, this is fully battery powered, so it can be. I thought I saw that it could be powered right there. There we go. It can be powered with the little wall wart type of a power supply, but it also can be run by itself without any, and it'll last for, I think 4 hours is what I saw. But that's something MJ is going to get into. 2 microphones, XLR, excellent. We've got 2 XLR outputs, so we can run from this to our powered speakers in whatever configuration. Great. We have got the stereo mono, which is something I, as a wedding DJ, really like, because there's times where I've got my 2 speakers and I'm running a third speaker remotely into an area. And if I'm playing music that is like AC/DC's You Shook Me All Night Long, I'm getting instruments in one and vocal in the other. Or Twist and Shout from the Beatles is another one. So if I can go to mono on this switch right here, yay, that's an important thing to me. So XLR mic inputs and, of course, XLR outs on a smaller board is definitely a cool feature. Let's go to, okay, so in the front here, we've got our headphone capability and the auxiliary. This is the auxiliary input. Where did that auxiliary input? It showed that it could handle, and one of the things, where is the jack for that auxiliary input? Well, you guys are kind of seeing this right along with me here. There we go. Auxiliary input's right there. So there's the input, and then the other side has the control for the volume for that. And then, of course, we've got our volume for our headphones, and if we want to listen to Q or the master on that. So let's jump up on the top here. Oops, I'm just hitting so many buttons. I'm so excited. So we have our mic, the two mic gains, and we have switches to shut those off. So we aren't having to, turn a mic up each and every time, which is very convenient for those of us who are wedding DJs, and we have one microphone that's out for the toast. We can hit the button to turn a mic on, and then we can deal with the gain if we need to. That's really sweet. This is based on the same Prime 4, where you can do the wave. You can go vertical, you can go horizontal. You can see that there's a lot of information there on the BPM. It will identify the BPM of the songs. Excuse me. It'll give you the key and such, and all of that's right there. The deck area, you have your sliders or your gain for deck 1. You've got your level up here. You've got your 3-band EQ on deck 1, and then you've got your the gain here, and then you've got your crossfader. And then you've got the same thing over here. You've got, oops, some of that was off the screen, sorry there. Deck 2, you've got your level, and you've got your 3-band EQ. So it's simpler than the others, but it's still giving you some functionality. You've got your different little pads here. You can do the loop hot, the cues and such. You've got 4 pads instead of 8, which you will have 8 on the larger ones. Probably the biggest thing that I don't see on here is, and maybe it's here somewhere, is that when I want to put in an effect, say if I'm going to do a sample, and I'm not exactly sure, that's something MJ is going to get into because I use samples quite a bit now with my wedding shows. I would have to see if that's going to be up here in the top. Let me slide over here. If it's going to be controlled up here or down here. And again, MJ understands this stuff much more than I, so you guys will have to watch for his video coming soon. So battery powered, XLR in and out, 2-channel and you can do some basic control and such. You've got a jog wheel for doing your queuing. The biggest thing is that in order for this kind of thing to function for a wedding DJ, you have to have transferred all of your music over to a SD card in the front. Where is it? Right here. That little SD card. And SD cards now are, first off, very inexpensive, and they're very large. I took basically all of my main songs that I have played, and I was able to get those easily on a 200 gig SD card. I've actually have in my show, I've got my main computer, I have my backup or main hard drive, portable hard drive. I have a secondary hard drive. I have a third hard drive that travels with me. Then I have my little thumb drive, a big thumb drive that has all of my main music on it. So in the event of a catastrophic event, I could grab anybody's laptop and do that. I also have all my main played songs on an iPad. So I have all of these different types of backup. In this particular case, if I take all those songs that I've been putting on, I can put those on that SD card and I put them there, and it is like its internal hard drive. And SD cards, I think I've seen them up to, within reason, 500, 512 gig, and they're not too expensive at that. I mean, you get into the terabyte, and there are probably 2 or 3, 4 terabyte ones out there. I don't know. That gets too expensive, and I'm not going to jump into those. But you could certainly do that. And then on that other side, you've got the ability to put in a thumb drive. So that's kind of a cool, between the two, you're going to be able to have a lot. This won't allow you to play videos and put them up on a screen of any sort. This is strictly music playback. And this is strictly basically going through and putting the main songs that you may play for your events. As a wedding DJ, I could probably guess pretty much of what I'm going to have, and it would all fit on that 500 gig thumb drive or SD card, and then I would be good to go. Quick and easy. So I'm excited to see that they came out with this. I'm really interested to see how those those preamps are in that microphone, those mic jacks there, to see how they sound, if they have enough headroom and such for a lot of our sound systems, or if they're going to be, what kind of quality mic preamps did they put in there. Having 2 XLR makes me so excited over the 1 XLR and 1 1/8" jack, or 1/4" jack. Gosh, it's early on a Monday. 1/4" jack, so you went from a balanced signal with one microphone, and then the other one on some occasions wasn't unbalanced with a tip sleeve, or some were a 1/4" jack with tip ring sleeve. But this is, of course, balanced on both sides. So yay, pretty excited about that. So as a wedding DJ, let's be optimistic that this could be something we could use, especially if we are training new people and we want to have all their music there, and we don't want to have other songs. You could really manage the cleanliness of your song. You could only give them clean edits for their events and such, and it could be handled really quite well with something like this. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of perspective from a wedding DJ idea. This is certainly not a no-go. This would be something that if I were going to be making a transition from laptop to this, that where you have all your music already there and you're good to go, there's a level of appeal to that. I'll tell you that. Michael has been working with the Prime 4, my son, and I've been watching how that has worked for him. And it's like, dude, this is pretty cool. I might have to start looking into this, because carrying around a $2,000 to $3,000 laptop, plus a controller, plus all these different things, when I could actually put the music on there, because 9 chances out of 10, I can just about guess every song that, or have every song picked out in advance for the event. So anyway, watch for MJ's video, and he's going to be coming on talking about these and more things that are coming up with NAMM this week, 2020. And I'm going to going to go to the Prime 2 next in a video. That'll be coming up here in probably about 15 to 20 minutes. Been setting these things pretty much all morning, and we're ready to kind of give you a perspective. And it will be coming from a wedding DJ perspective. Thanks for watching. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News.